Today marks the start of a brand new that I'm all glad for you all to be here to join us with. The campaign will be titled A Brave New World, and we will be meeting this campaign shortly in order as they start to piece together the various methods of getting aboard, known only for now as the messenger. Let's start with Alara.
Alara would like to chew food, so can Alara go after, like the last person?
In that
Start
case,
with
let's go
Adam.
with Rose.
Oh yes, Rose gets first.
Is this an introduction or is this? Am I just supposed to introduce Rose? Hello, I'll be playing
No.
Rose.
Tell us a bit about your character, Rose.
Okay, so Rose is Archer. She's a noble from Mitalgaring. Her full name is Etta, but people usually just call her Rose. She's a fire genasi and gnome hybrid, like the car Prius. That's all.
Any more else you can tell us about her hopes and dreams and personality?
So he can crush them.
Well, yeah, she's pretty absorbed in her studies, what she does. Usually she would either to herself studying or playing chess on her own. But one of her weaknesses is making mistakes. She doesn't want to make mistakes, so usually she'll hesitate. It causes problem for people around make a move. Do we?
All right.
No, I think that was Kai joining in.
Adventure starts in the capital city of Mithalgaring, known as Ormas. Today is fully decked out in gold and white, long banners fluttering from the highest pagodas, the bridges that span ages and ages across mountains. Itself have yielded to like a hive-like network of buildings that soar gracefully towards the skies, ever higher, ever wider, and ever brighter. And in accompaniment, light, in various ponds, natural lakes, there are dragon boat competitions, commanded by fierce rowers to honor the Sky Lord's wisdom, reflected in the disturbed ripples of the water, the sun shining brightly overhead. On the streets, rhythms of drums beating in sync to marching, providing accompaniment to honor the spirits of the wilds and the harmony in which they're built into Mithalgaring itself. Dancing is everywhere. People decked out in long fans of silk and finery to represent putting out one's best to a new year. And the broadcasts of Sorrentina, the grand artisan of Mithalgaring and the first ambassador, as she announces a new challenge to start the promising new year. Opportunity unprecedented to bravely discover a new world and to set grievances aside with Vithalanos. She is also delighted someone who's not been seen in a long while, the Master Wanderer himself. The Master Wanderer itself brings up gasps amongst the audience as the first pilgrim to have ever completed. Heavenly Path is a treacherous journey westwards to find enlightenment near the center of the world. And feel that this, let alone return to glorify and tell others what they had learned. The Master Wanderer in his broad-brimmed hat and such, quietly by her side as she evokes the festivities with another show of fireworks. In amidst all this glitz and glamour and excitement, there is a single gnome, or rather, darker skin and a flash of flames in her eyes, alone and lost amidst all this excitement. Rose, time today. You have been extended a hand by many of the other fellow gnome students, or dressed up occasion and inviting you to dance with them. What is your response?
So another gnome is asking Rose for a dance.
Yes. He nods his head towards you and bows in the appropriate fashion, extending a hand forward. Dear Rose, will you dance with me?
Oh.
It's New Year.
Oh, okay. So Rose will gingerly take his hand, but kind of keep a distance, kind of like dancing with hands holding but not hugging closely. Like, okay, so she starts waiting for him to lead.
He does lead the way. And before it gets impolite, he passes on the opportunity to the gnome as well, who greets you. Now, do you recognize any of these gnomes?
Maybe, but Rose will probably not really remember their names.
Right. How good is Rose at dancing?
Not very.
Roll
How so?
performance.
She will awkwardly dance without like getting close to them. You know, not like those waltz where you hug each other. No. Maybe a kind of waltz, but you hold the hands a bit further apart.
Okay. Rose, other gnomes do get the hint, and it seems like sort of stay where you are, just sort of moving your feet around. The other gnomes like dance all around you, you know, like they do all the motions to try and make it look like a two-person participation, when in fact you have very much further than where they
Oh
started.
dear.
And then and you notice amidst all these festivities, one thing niggles in your mind. In your tutor, Sarmia, at all.
Oh no, where is she? Okay, so how much longer is this dance going on? Rose is probably thinking already.
You can probably depart anytime you want politely. I'm sorry, dear Rose, but you seem distracted.
Oh no, I was just wondering where my teacher would be.
Sarmia?
Have you seen her? Yes.
Oh, I do believe she's still in the main building. She has not been around much. She usually doesn't
At the court?
participate. Yes.
Well, yes, I suppose she doesn't really participate in these things, but it's a bit odd for her not to be out here. I think I'll go and look for her.
Good fortune and great New Year.
Yes, same to you
You
too.
walk through the streets, continues to announce through flowery poetry and matching haikus that as part of the offer to set grievances aside with Vithalanos, they've provided a ship of some sorts constructed with the help of the various nations to usher in a new era of exploration and discovery. Sorrentina announces, "We are looking for bright and inquisitive young ones to join us on this journey. We regret to inform places are available for the time being. We hope, petition in mind, you will all be inspired in your own ways to take heart whether or not the journey is for you." Rose, your journey takes you around the quieter back doors of the Imperial Court, which slide open the wood panel, creaking loudly into a little garden of a pool and rock around carefully sculpted trees. And it is further ahead in the dormitories that you find Sarmia at last. Right ahead and like thumping
What
and
kind of?
like the head and thumping. And when you look around the bend, appears to be in the furious throes of packing heavily, and the sweat on her forehead, and she does not seem to be in any mood for the celebration whatsoever. It seems to startle her as she turns around, like one hand already outwards in a gesture that you recognize of a spell, but she drops it when she sees you. Rose, what are you doing here?
I came
And
looking for
celebrating?
you. You should be out there as well with Master Sorrentina. And even the Master Wanderer is outside. You know him, don't you?
Yes, a bit too well, I'm afraid. Look, it doesn't look like she slept for a while. Look, I'm sorry, Rose. Lessons are cancelled
There is no lessons today anyway, teacher, but
until
are you out
further
there?
notice.
Oh dear. Where are you going? Lao She.
Somewhere. He's back. He's a bloodhound. I can't stay any longer. I'm sorry to have troubled you.
The Bloodhound?
You remember the one that kidnapped you?
Oh no. Is he around here? Have you seen him? What should I do?
You?
Should I come along with you?
Rose, I'm trying to do what I can to get aboard the boat. Calling it. I have to take the boat out. Yes. Yes,
The
the
one that
boat.
a friend about.
Yes, I need to leave. You understand, don't you?
Yes, I do. Actually, I'm also very on the boat going to the outer planners. I was actually wanting to ask you if I could join as well. They seem to be having
Music
some kind
and
of a celebration.
join. This isn't for fun and sport, little Rose.
No, no, teacher, but this I feel like this is my chance. This is my calling. This is what I've been studying for.
Well, good luck then, because Sorrentina has decided to have a little competition. It's going to be one of those little treasure hunter competitions where you have to work with a partner and get clues that's scattered around the capital. And oh, she looks up, as a thought seems to pass through them.
Teacher?
Sorrentina wouldn't let me on board reason, and I think Rose, you'll help me, won't you?
Definitely, teacher. Anything to help you out.
I know where the 8 clues are. I know that you only need 7 of them.
Oh no.
Right. So this is how it be. You are going to win that competition for me or tutor. That sounds all right, doesn't it?
Yes, but wouldn't that be cheating?
Rose, really, this isn't the time to worry about such things when we have a bounty hunter on our trail. Well, on my trail at least. You'll still be fine if you stay here. Why do you think the Master Wanderer's around? He's also watching.
Oh no. I thought they were celebration.
Rose, you know very few things. I regret that I have not been a better teacher to impart them to you, but I've had to watch over my shoulder for so many years now, and I'm afraid, despite all precautions, it's coming.
I understand, teacher.
Right. So now, I want you to go and find a part. Noelle, you remember her, don't you?
All too well.
Tried to be friendly. She tried to be friendly with you, and to be fair, she was trying pretty well. Why don't you extend an invitation to her? No doubt she's dancing somewhere now, and she'll probably be glad to make amends and such. Now, she scribbles something down on a manuscript and like crumbles into a ball and passes it into your hands.
Yeah,
Remember,
Rose,
you only need 7 of the 8 clues, and then get back as quickly as you can.
Rose takes it and without opening it, she puts in one of her belt pouches.
I'll as well.
I will get going. And she goes off to find Noel. Before she leaves, she probably tells Armia that I'll I'll make sure we get on the ship. And then she leaves.
At all costs, remember. Right, Rose, you head out into the streets again. Still going on, and the sun overhead feels a bit less satisfying to behold now. Still, you try to make the best of it, heading your way over to the central pagodas. Where you eventually do find a dance going on. Is a silver dragonborn. Graceful and sinuous. Even despite the ropes of Mithalgaring sitting easily atop her frame, even though it's quite clear that she has traveled a long distance. She looks up at the approach Rose.
More like
And for a
looks
moment,
down.
her features still slightly. And next, she recovers with a wave and a smile. Rose, I never thought I'd see you. Come join us, dance, sing, and laugh.
Hello, Noel. And then I'll go up to her and I'll hold. Yeah, I'll gingerly touch her hand. Rose will gingerly touch. Can we dance over there? And to somewhere a little. Uh,
Again, there's a little stillness over Noel's features, and I knew you'd say that. What a wonderful year for setting things aside, isn't it? She sweeps you up, practically hastening through over to the little pavilion where there's space to dance. You regard like people are already going through their motions. Nina's voice, still heard throughout the capital, starts announcing 8 clues have the capital. 8 to represent 4 and 2 in pairs, the duality. Each clue is a cipher that will lead you closer to the end goal. Find all the clues required. Bring them back to me and the Wanderer. And we shall see if you have a place. Sure. Godspeed, everyone. Noel is looking up at this and a bit nervously looking at you.
Did you hear
So
that, Noel?
Rose.
Did you hear the announcement well?
Oh yes, I heard that well enough.
Okay, Noel, I know that we've had a bit of a problems before.
Oh no,
but
nonsense. We've had no problems at all. It's a new year.
Yes, thank you, Noel. I honestly hope that we could be friends. I mean, not that we're not friends. I just don't know. I guess I
Oh,
do think
nothing would please
sometimes.
me more, Rose. Thank you.
Yes. Yes, about the interested in it.
Oh, it's Noel just look up again at the voices and goes, "Oh, it's just a silly little competition, isn't it? I mean, who needs that when we can all be happy and dancing and
Noel,
carefree?"
Noel, I think that I really want to go there. I really want to go on the boat.
You may make
And
an insight check.
Here we go.
oh no, no proficiency. Hang on, wait, where's my sheet? Lol, I know, Noel.
Uh, well, perhaps for a startling moment, there's a bit of clarity as Rose, you yourself like the big smiles and all that in effort to fit in before. Noel is slightly better at it than you, but like she does go overboard with the niceness when she's trying to put it on. You can see she's visibly concerned about the contest, but how she will look, she does put on a front about it.
You want to join it too, don't you?
Rose, but you do realize that the place, there's only one place for one, don't you?
I'm sure we can work something out. But to start with, we need to win. You're very stronger than me in some places. I think that if we do it together, we can actually get something.
Are you sure you won't mind the disappointment? I mean, well, not that I won't be glad for other victors, but this is a very big competition. I wouldn't even know where to start.
Actually, about that, I'm
Yes?
I'm not I'm not very glad to say this, but of a tip by my teacher. I don't like it. Don't like it. I have not looked at it. I do not want to look at it.
Noel blinks, like pulls you around the side behind some bushes. And did you just say what you say?
I wish I wasn't, but
Well, let's see it then. We may never
no,
get a second chance.
I don't think I'm ready for cheating. I don't think that is right. But like I said to you, my teacher thinks that you can
Fine,
do
I'll
it. I think you
do
can do
it
it
then.
too.
Do it
No,
this.
no. Come again. What did she say that last part?
Fine, give it to me then. You don't have to say you had anything to do with it.
Can
You
I?
don't have to. Hmm?
Yes. Can I make another insight check?
Go ahead. This time. What are you looking out for this time?
She can fool me.
No, but I said, what are you insight check for this time?
Is she gonna leave me
You're
and run
not
off with
certain
the answer?
about this here at the moment.
Okay. So yes, she looks very, very well. I
She takes
managed to
the
read her
paper
once.
and unfolds it.
Yep.
Believe it. She had the questions. A
I really
frown
think
crosses Noel's face.
I really think we should stop looking at it now.
Noel seems to be still fixed with the script itself and words.
No. Okay, Noel. Okay, we've seen enough, I'm sure, right?
There are 8 clues before the others get round.
There are 8 clues. What?
There are 8 clues. If we split up, we can gather them all before the others get their 8. Lina, can you hear me?
Yes. Rose is thinking. Hang on. I have. Okay, so Rose will sigh. Are you sure you don't want to go together?
There's a little cheer somewhere on the. It's like as a pair of students emerge waving something yellow and bright between them. God damn it, they already found one clue. Uh, I think time's of the essence. We'll meet right back here after we've gotten our clues, all right?
All right, but I don't know anything now. Yes, but are you sure you don't want to go together? I There are some. Wait, there are safe going alone.
Noel looks at you and says, Rose, I'm not your teacher to tell you this, but you should learn to make up your mind. You want my help or not?
Okay, fine. We will split. We will split.
Right? You keep the message. I've got it. I've got the spots in my head. You look for numbers 5 to 8, and I'll look for 1 to 4. Back here when you
Alright.
find them.
Oh no. Rose is gonna look at the paper and just she'll take a glance at the last one, the 8th one.
Okay. The 8th one talks about a soaring spire that was never made by man's hands. And on top of it is a golden treasure emblazoned. Sarmia has helpfully left a little scribble there. Nest. An egg in a bird's nest. 3.
Okay. So would Rose know where that is?
Rose, you have been around the capital city enough to immediately have your attention pull over to the central square where a tree supposedly laid down by the Skylord Pristine Ometerazi himself and sprouted all the way, almost rivaling the highest pagodas in height. It's going to be a long climb.
How high up is it?
It looks about 20 stories high.
Oh. Okay, it's okay. I have a dungeoneering kit. I'm sure I can climb it. 200 feet. Holy cows. Well, screw that. What is number 7?
Number 7.
What the
Number 7 talks about a
Correct.
shimmering mirror in which the gaze of wisdom is infinite beneath bright gold. And even without Sarmia's sardonic scribbling, infer that this is the lake boat race is going on. Churning of the ripples of wisdom suggests that whatever you're looking for seems to be some kind of a pearl in the clam base.
Okay, Rose will hit there.
Okay. Rose, you head there. You notice that, yes, Noel probably has a good point. Most of the students or contestants seem to be progressing in numerical order No one's even at the moment, as the rest are deciphering it. The lake shimmers a cool.
So it is under the water, right?
Yeah. The boats are like churning up the water, difficult to see inside. Every now and then, an oarsman waves at you.
Okay, can I make an sort of like an insight check to guess where
This
around
is
the
an insight.
investigation?
Sure.
Eh,
Okay. Rose, the way the poem was written, and your answers are spaced apart at certain angles. Look out, you catch several landmarks across the pool, a pagoda, particularly sharp piece of script, and like several rounded rocks on the other end of the pool.
okay, I am going. Wait, so it's the area between the pagoda and the rocks.
Yeah, but only 20 feet away from you when you interpolate it.
I'm going to try swim there.
Okay, go ahead.
Is that survival?
Athletics.
Athletics. I'm gonna drown.
Athletics, you jump into the water. Racers look at you like quizzically as you're just sort of paddling there and not really moving anywhere. That's it. The water is quite chilly as well since it's still spring and all that.
Oh dear.
Make a constitution saving throw.
Oh, I'm drowning.
Oh no!
Oh god.
I wish I was a normal gnome so I could reroll that.
I'll give you an advantage on a con save because you are a fire genasi.
No, more like I'm dying because I'm like being.
Even if
Down
advantage
again.
is two
Oh.
ones.
Do you
Never
want me
mind.
to roll?
I think he didn't see the
Okay.
second one.
Yes.
One of the boatmen fishes you out. A swarthy looking fellow and gives you a smile. Yeah, isn't it? Take good care. It's too early to be drinking.
Thank you.
You need something.
I just. Can you wait your boat here? I'm gonna jump in again. If I don't make it, could you save me?
Did you lose something in the water?
Something like that. Yes.
Can I
Could
help
just
you?
wait? No, that's all right. I think I need to take it myself.
Okay.
Or do you have some? No, never mind.
Rose through the water. You can see now that it's an oyster of some kind, slightly open with a glint in it.
Okay, jump.
Make your swim check.
Better.
This time you jump right in, grab it out of the water, and you are fished out before like the chill severes even further. Boat banders whistle a bit looking at it. Pearl, it should go well with you. Rubs your cheek a bit. Then he offers you the towel from his boat, says, I'm not gonna flip over anytime soon.
Thank you.
You catch a cold.
Thank you. So yes, I'll dry myself a bit with the towel. Is he putting me to shore?
Yeah. You're sent back to the shore. And you hear another cheer from somewhere as it seems someone else has found a clue as well.
Ugh. Need to be fast.
What do you do now?
Am I on shore again? Is there anyone around me?
Yes, you're on shore now, and
Okay,
there's always
I'll,
people around.
I'll look at item number 6.
Okay. Okay, Rose. This one. What's your passive perception?
16.
I think it's starting to fade from the paper and be smudged around from the
I
water.
knew it.
Okay, clue number 7. You sort of squint and make out. This- the poem itself is long-winded and roundabout, but more interesting is the way the words are written to suggest the symbol of qi and yin and yang. You've seen this before, a garden in a temple of rock and grass. You suppose maybe there's something underneath the small shrine in the center of the garden itself.
Okay, I will hit there.
Okay? Speed.
25 dash dash.
You move as quickly as you can. And just as you reach the shrine in the temples, two elderly monks step up in front of you like they're sweeping away and going. And they bow down to you and go, "Welcome to our temple. Can we help you? Have you come to pray to the ancestors?"
Rose will bow back to them and say, "I'm sorry for intruding in your space, but I need to find for something here. If you could give me a moment inside."
Can we help you? Seeking or offerings to make or to clean up a gravesite, or the list goes on.
No, great. No good, sir. I think this is something I should look for myself, if that is all right with you.
All
And I
right.
try to bypass them.
Right. You head towards the shrine itself. On one side is a balance with smooth pebbles balanced in neat stacks. On the right side, trimmed grass. And leading up to the shrine is a very narrow, thin path. You would have to try and balance your way to the shrine without
Oh.
falling off to the side.
How far is it?
It's about 20 feet away of balancing.
All right, you know what? Can I just misty step there?
Sure.
Ooh.
I was gonna save the misty step for the tower, but 200 feet, that's not gonna help at all. Yeah,
All
so
right.
I'm gonna misty step.
You step your way to the shrine itself. And looking in, you can see one of the candles in the offering bowls is a bit oddly colored, which appears to match the idea, a gem amidst the coals. You quickly pocket it and head
Okay.
out.
Okay,
You quickly pocket the candle and head out,
it's not
colored
burning,
from the
right?
others.
Come again? I didn't get the part before pocket the candle and head out.
Okay, one of the candles is a bit strangely colored, as if to represent the poem of a diamond amidst coal.
Okay.
You put the shiny little candle in your pocket and you head out.
Okay. So I already got the clue, or I assume I got the clue.
You got it.
All right, cool.
You're not hearing
So-
me.
Yes, I did.
Okay.
It's just that making sure. Okay, so before once I'm out, I'll glance at number 5.
Okay, you've gotten 7 and 6. Now 5. There's a very long, delicate poem about the flowing of a crane's wings when it reaches the breeze, but always returns home to its perch. And how it admires the flowing tresses hair down a silken scalp. Sarmia has helpfully pointed clues that indicate the steep leeward side of the slope
Oh dear.
itself.
Okay, I will hit there.
Right. Another cheer comes up as you leave the temple. Steps coming your direction now as like you can see some of the students have broken off from the others to try and pursue other venues.
Okay.
Your
So
your path this time brings you to the ledge. The ledge of Ormas, whereas it seemed that that a terrible beast was faced off here once, and fended off by clever use of distance and poles with great reach to push it off the cliffs. And you head over to the cliff side where like now steps have been carved in and handholds have been given. It's still a treacherous climb to some of the different holes there. Holes where it seems the nesting swallows have returned to lay their nests. Clues can be found. You notice a single boy, maybe about 9 or so years of old, who's climbing by himself towards the areas where the swallows nest.
okay. So is he really going upwards? I mean, like, I'm going the same place as him, right?
Yes, it seems to be.
Okay. So I will try to go and climb that way. Can I bypass him?
Well, he doesn't seem very strong, so he's certainly struggling quite a bit. I'll need an athletics check from you. No, actually, acrobatics works for this.
Okay, I'm gonna roll acrobatics. Can I do that? No,
Yeah.
it's okay. Yeah, it's worse. I fell.
Lena, please.
I
Please.
wait. You're not the halfling. Okay.
No, I'm not.
Okay. You try making your way across, but your hand slips, and you're now dangling by one hand from the ledge.
You're right. Can I?
The boy stops moving, seeing that like pebbles are starting to slip away from the slope and all that, and looks at you and he's quite alarmed now.
I'm sorry. I'm sure we're not gonna die.
Don't move. I can get it.
No, 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 no. It's okay. I will get it. I will not push him
He's
off.
making his way across again, very slowly this time. How do you wish to proceed?
I'm gonna try and climb some more.
The bird's nest is about 60 feet away from you and about 20 feet away from the boy who's climbing over. Let me roll for him. Okay, he's making steady progress. How about you? What are you going to do?
Wait, how far am I from the tower?
60 feet. You're 60 feet from the swallow's nest.
Yeah,
He's
from the
20
swallow's
feet away.
Okay. How far am I from the tower with the bird's nest? The other
Oh,
one.
that's a completely different place now.
Yeah, I know. I think I'm gonna give this one to the boy and hit to the number 8 one.
Okay. The boy gets closer to the bird's nest, and like you see him reach his hand inside the little crevice, but then like apparently he underestimated the fact that swallows, when disturbed, can get very angry, and there's like 4 of them just like spring out of the nest, like flapping and angrily in his face, and his hand hold. Boy
Is he
loses his
falling?
handhold and he cries out as he starts falling.
Can I save him somehow? I don't think I can catch him.
I'm giving you 30 seconds to act.
Okay, I'm going to try and catch him. Is that possible?
How do you
Shoot an
wish to do
arrow.
this?
Well, I'm probably. Oh yeah, I have the dungeoneering. Yeah. Can I just? I can't throw a rope around him. Can I lasso him?
Let's see. What's your dexterity?
9. +4.
+4. Okay, because you're fast enough, you can assemble a lasso fast enough and try and snag him with it, but that'll be an attack roll.
Air attack. So with what dex?
Yes. Improvised weapon, no proficiency.
Net.
Oh, I thought it was the other net again.
Whew!
No.
You're making me lose years in my life, Lee.
Okay. You spring together a lasso of some kind, quickly using the ends of your silk rope, and toss it out towards the boy. You do not manage to snag his waist, but you manage to snag around you manage to snag around his arms. And he's now quite painfully tugged in both directions by gravity on your rope, but he's trying to grab on and crying out now in like obvious panic. And
I call out to him. Did you
score?
8?
8. Yes, the weight is quite difficult as well. You have grabbed him, but now you're the one that needs to like try and stay on board while doing so.
Can I tie it to something? I mean, like, yeah. Can I? Yeah.
Okay, strength athletics check to maintain a grip while you tie something up.
Yeah. Yeah.
The weight of the boy struggling on the other end almost pulls you over as well and leaves you dangling at the edge as well, like stuck to the rocks but not quite in between. And something starting to fall out of your pocket.
Oh no. What? The thing is starting. Has the clues fallen out of my pocket?
Starting to fall out. You're holding on with both hands at the moment.
Okay.
If you ditch
Wait,
the
what is-
rope, you could probably save the clues.
Okay. Is there anywhere that I can sort of like hook the rope and kind of like jump down so we'll like?
You would need both hands for that. That would mean not catching anything.
I'm gonna save the. No, Rose cannot do that. Rose won't do that. She'll try to save the boy. Oh no. Sarmia is
Okay.
gonna kill me, she says.
Okay, Rose, you make the conscious decision to hold on with both hands until the rope can stabilize.
Yes.
Right. You hold on as hard as you can, and the boy realizes what you're trying to do and starts to brace himself against the walls instead of struggling. The weight becomes less and less on your burdens. And then something round and shiny slips from your pocket and goes tink, tink, tink somewhere below.
You're gonna get me killed for this, you know that.
I'm sorry, I wasn't trying to fall.
Can I try to drag him up?
Okay, very slowly. And are you trying to do this carefully or hastily?
Hastily.
Hastily. The acrobatics check for this as you try and pull him out.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to tell him to cooperate.
Okay. The boy, let's see what the boy does. Okay, the boy follows your lead as you try to as you move and you two move step in step, both climbing up to the top. And eventually you both lie there panting and sweating from the exertion. Off you already in that whole business. The boy is just soaked and like just gasping. Thank you so much.
Rose asks him, "Did you have the clue?"
The boy says that the swallows were angry. The nest was already empty.
Uh, okay, Rose tries to see below to where the clues has fallen. Can she go down there?
Thank you so much for saving my life.
Yes, well, if I die, please come to my funeral, she says, and then she considers jumping down.
I'll need a perception active for this.
Me? Is this something I can retry?
Oh my god.
Can I retry?
Rose, you crane your eyes as hard as you can. You can't catch a glimpse of anything shiny amidst all the rocks or anything. You can try one more time before the sun sets.
Oh, sunset. No.
The boy also cranes his eyes to try and help you look. Shakes his head. I'm so sorry.
No, I have burning hands and fireball. I should have shot the little kid. Okay. Never mind. I'm gonna go off to the bird's nest to the last clue if I could still go there.
Okay. You head over to the tree itself. And well, the ground around it is quite trampled as if people have been here earlier and then moved on.
To where again?
The grounds around the tree itself is trampled as if like quite a bunch of people were here and then moved on.
Yeah, I should have just gone for the eighth one. Oh well. Ah, Rose looks up. I'm dead, Rose says, and then she's just gonna try and climb the tree anyway.
Okay.
She thinks that if I die falling from the tree, it'll probably be better. So
How far does Rose want to climb?
up to the to the bird's nest.
Okay, I need you to make athletics with disadvantage because you've been climbing for the whole day already.
13. Wow.
Okay. You start climbing and climbing. And like the waning sun in the distance, it casts its last orange glow over the horizon and the gold banners and white flags and fades altogether as you're left in the darkness climbing. And eventually you reach the top. Empty nest there.
Ah. Is there anything in the nest?
Not really. It looks like it's been picked clean.
Nothing to even make a souvenir, I guess.
You'll have the candle though.
Okay, she goes down. She's gonna go down. And yes, as she goes down, she mumbles, "Well, maybe if Noel has 4 and I have 2, Maybe we can gang someone for the last one.
Okay. You head over to the place where you first met Noel today. And you find Noel sitting there. She looks tired, she looks exhausted and frazzled in all the ways that you've never seen her before. She looks like the furthest thing from a party queen on a dance floor at the moment. She looks up at you and her eyes snap to. We can't turn it in without the other. So, did you? She looks at your expression. Find anything?
Rose is going to bring out. Which one is the one that remained the candle, right?
Found the candle, yes.
Yeah, she's going to pass her the candle, and she's gonna ask, "I need your help because I lost the one more."
What? How?
I was saving a boy. I made a bad call, and I made a bad call, and along the way, I helped someone who was falling, and it fell out. I couldn't find it, so I thought I'll go for the last one, but someone else took it as well. But yeah, there is still one clue left missing around somewhere. I can bring us there. We can look for it. We'll have 6 at least. The rest, I mean, how many did you get?
Noelle just like clutching her head in her hands at the moment. You were gone for so many hours. How?
I'm sorry, but I was looking for the one that I dropped. How many did you get? I mean, I assume there is one of each.
No, Noelle beckons you to come closer.
She's gonna smack me on the head, isn't she? Well, yeah, Rose will come closer.
Okay, as you get closer, Noelle opens a small bag by her side, and you find objects in there.
Come again?
You find 7 objects in there.
What?
You find 7
How?
clues in there.
Nani
Duplicate
the
of the
fuck?
candle.
Ooh,
She looks at you. Rose, I was afraid you might say something like that. You show her the candle, is it? You
yes,
show
I
her the
showed her the
candle.
candle.
She takes out her own candle and holds to it. She says, "Does it look like the real thing?"
Oh no. Rose is gonna visibly say, "Oh no," and then she'll say, "Every day we stray further away from God."
Look, I've not much luck on my side, but change the
Let's go.
colors a bit. Make it golden here instead. You have the paints, right?
She'll take the counterfeit. Um, she'll take the counterfeit. What do you call that? Candle. She'll stuff it and she'll give the actual candle, and then she'll say that, "Do you want to try and look for the
Don't
last
have
one?"
time for that. We have to submit it now, or we're not going to submit it
Okay.
ever.
Then let's go. Let's go. Let's just give this.
Okay. You two head off and return to the stage where the grand artisan Sorrentina is seated. The figure known as the Master Wanderer. Sorrentina looks up as you all approach after giving thanks. A pair of students before you who also present their offerings, 8 in total. She looks at them, smiles and nods, and then looks at you. Have you had good luck finding, sojourners? Please present your finds.
Come again?
Please present your finds.
The bag is in Noel's hands, right?
Yeah. To you.
Oh no. Okay, Rose is going to give a bit of a bow to them. And hang on, give me a moment. I think Rose is gonna confess. Oh darn. I don't think she can go on with it. I mean, like, she's lawful good. She's all by the books.
Dun, dun, dun.
She's going to uh, take out the candle and she's going to present the candle. And she's going to look at Noel and
Noelle is smiling so hard it's starting to hurt her face.
no,
Oh
And she gives you a little nod, like encouragingly.
Rose is
Don't be shy, Rose.
yeah, Rose is going to step up and give the candle, and she is going no, it's not Yasel. She's going to say, "I lost the pearl while I was um saving a fellow student."
Florentina immediately looks up in concern. Where is this fellow student
Yes.
now? Is he injured?
He wasn't. He was well enough to help me look for the missing pearl, but it was still missing, and I had to leave him. But I didn't think he was injured.
Tell me everything.
Everything.
Yes.
Who else is in the room?
Sorrentina, the Master Wanderer, and you and Noel, and the others in line behind you.
Wait. How do we address Sorrentina again? Would it be Master Sorrentina? No, right?
Uh, this
Madam.
Sorrentina will do.
No, Madam. Okay, I'll go with Madam. Okay, so she'll say, Madam Sorrentina, I have to apologize. I have been, uh, I have been very excited to get onto your voyage ship. As you know, as you probably know, it is something that I've been studying about, and yes, everything about me, if you can see, is all for journeying into the planner world. I we split up to search for clues, but some things happen. In the end, this is the only what do you call it? This is the only clue that I'm able to turn in. I have probably disappointed my teacher as well as my partner Noel.
But what's the rest of the bag?
This is probably nothing for you.
Noelle just steps forward and takes the bag and puts it away, shaking her head. Nothing worth looking at, really.
Yes, it's just so that we won't look so shameful coming with just one, but just to make the bag look full. Yeah, and then Rose will sort of like hold, well, whatever part of Noel that she can reach. Sorry, yeah, but yeah, Rose will probably reach
Noelle
him
does try to
afterwards.
leave with you, but her composure breaks before getting beyond 2 steps, and she just bursts into tears and runs off.
No, well, no. She makes a quick curtsy to the to Madame Sorrentina and the Master Wanderer before she goes off to Noel. Noel, no.
You eventually catch up to Noelle, sobbing by the side of the now empty pagoda.
Rose is gonna hug
Earlier this
Noel
day.
without a word.
What was the point of all of it? Why did it bother? I thought I could
I-
fool the grand artisan.
No, Noel. I'm sure she would have noticed.
Yes, what was I thinking? Of course she would notice.
And I'm so sorry. Part of it is also my hesitation. We started late. Not to mention my master is gonna kill me when she hears this.
What's this about your master?
Teacher, 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 teacher. uh, you know how my teacher is always disappearing and all.
What does it
She-
have to do anything right now?
She really needs to get on the boat. Pretty much as I really, really want to get on the boat. You and I kind of failed all three of us. Do you think we could still plea our case?
Noelle is just sitting there sobbing. I wouldn't know where to start. What would we say?
Rose is gonna stand up and say, "You wait here. I'm gonna go look for the missing pearl again."
You stand up to start walking off, and there's a voice. You don't need to bother with that one.
What?
You don't need to bother with that one.
Who's the
You turn
voice?
around.
Yes, is it Sorrentino?
You see the boy from before.
Oh, it's a magic boy.
You see the boy before?
Yes.
The shredded, tattered, like clothes and all that from the climbing. But he holds out a hand, and you see the pearl, or rather, the remains of the pearl cracked apart as if it was just cheap glass.
Oh no!
Examination, it is.
I quickly shake Noel. Noel, do you have prestidigitation? Help the boy, damn it. He looks more injured than when I left him. Yeah, she'll go fast. Rose will go and fast over the boy. What are you doing?
The boy says, no, I'm fine, really. I just want to say thanks for your help again, and oh, hello there. And a
Hello.
man just steps around behind you.
Eh.
The Master Wanderer looks at all of you.
And Rose looks back. Eh.
My understanding, this boy, instead of the pearl.
The boy instead of the pearl?
My understanding is that you saved the boy instead of the pearl.
Okay, Rose will immediately kneel on one leg and say, Yes, yes, I did.
Why not? More concerned for my health than when I came up with the broken thing here. He looks and shakes the hand away with the broken pieces.
Mm. Yeah, Rose doesn't say anything.
So we walk together.
Okay, so Rose stands up and he's leading the way, the Master
Yes.
Wanderer. Okay, Rose will follow.
Noelle
Is-
just sits there like hugging her feet and not moving.
Okay, Rose is going to go and sort of touch Noelle and ask her, "Come, let's take for a walk."
Really a good idea now?
I think it's better than sitting here.
All
The
right,
boy, is he
I
coming
mean,
along? Is the boy coming along?
the boy nods and falls in behind as well. Well opens the bag in, looks at the things inside, and chucks the whole bag aside. He gets up and starts walking.
Yeah, Rose is gonna like sort of like grip it and yeah, let go. Minion.
The wanderer walks in and says, "Why do you need to get on the boat so badly?"
I I want to learn more about the outside world. I mean,
That's all.
at all?
Is that all?
I guess you can say that I want to be in the outside world. You you've met me once before. If all I wanted, you know that I almost
I remember
got
that. It
yes.
wasn't a pleasant situation.
It, and one would think that I would stay out of the planet travel after what has happened, but when I've calmed down, I realized that I really want to be out there. I don't I don't feel very at home here. I look like this, but I am not this, if you understand.
I do, actually. He nods, his big head swaying slightly.
So
After returning from the heavenly path, I just feel myself wanting to go back even more.
to the plains,
To the heavenly path.
I see.
But in the essence, you could say that.
Did you feel like you belong there?
In some ways. More about this. What do you think of the competition?
What out of the competition?
What do you think of all this competition?
It is it's good. I like competitions. I think it really shows one's skills, but I made a few bad choices, and I think this is the way that fate is trying to teach me.
What do you mean by bad choices?
I had some help. I didn't like it, but I know it's an important thing for me, for my teacher, for Noel. I guess for everyone, but
Sarmia gave you the answer script, I'm guessing.
Rose nods without saying anything.
First thing I can say is, you have more courage than her for daring to face things. She's always running, that one.
Now, yes, she's trying to run even now. She's told me that, well, that thing in the past is coming back.
And were she to stay, I would have faced it with her. That seems to be her decision. You help her as well as helping yourself.
I don't want to I don't want to help my teacher a great big lot. We
Will you help keep her safe in travels?
yes, I would. My teacher may not she means a great lot to me. She has taught me a lot of things.
Let's
I
make
would
sure you learn the correct lessons.
Yes, Master Wonder, I am so sorry.
Rose,
Yes, Master
my
Wonder, I am
position
so
on the
sorry.
boat.
Come again?
I'm giving you the position that I would have had on the boat. Make good use of it.
Then what will you be doing? Then what of yourself? Wouldn't it be important for Madame Sorrentina to have you as
I was looking for a good and honorable person. And one. I shall stay here for a time being to cover up that tracks of that hunter. But in the meantime, I think it's a good idea for you to expand your horizons.
Master Wanderer? And Rose will start bowing, and then as she bows, she probably starts crying, and she bows some more.
Make a perception check.
Nest. The hell?
What is that? Oh. Rose,
Yes, what do my
stealthy sounds of a dragonborn trying to slip away.
yeah? Is that Noel?
Yes. Be trying to
Okay,
slink away.
Rose is going to grab Noel's hand. Yeah, no,
What do you
Rose
want
is going
now?
well,
You already have what you wanted.
no.
Isn't this what you've always wanted? It's yours now.
Then we'll turn to the Wanderer and ask, is there really only one place left? I mean, if it's not a competition, I think Noelle is well, she knows how to get the end results.
The ends doesn't justify the means.
No, it
So you're
doesn't.
willing to stick out for her, I see that. And she
Yes.
knows the meaning of shame, at least. You can't see his eyes beneath the hat, but Noel does seem to flinch away.
She's
The
trying to be a better
competition
person.
was said to have room for one, behave. You pass with flying colors, Rose. Do not worry about that. And I'll talk to Sorrentina.
Thank you, Master Wanderer. And she bows again. We'll keep each other in check.
The Master Wanderer nods, turns, and leaves. The boy looks at the two of you, bows as well, and turns to leave. And as he leaves, there's a little flash, glimpse of 9 tails disappearing around the bend.
Eh. Rose will start flailing and pointing. And did you see that? Did you see that? Did you see that?
Noelle looks up from her sodden position. What?
Rose goes to the corner and says again, "Did you see that?"
Rose, you don't see anything behind the corner this time. Noelle just seems to be stunned. Like, did that really happen?
Rose goes back to Noelle, and then she, well, as much as she can, she grabs both of Noelle's hands and grips them tight and looks into Noelle's eyes. Noelle. She calls out Noelle's name.
Probably go pack my bags.
No, don't. Wait. Look at me. You know that we are both being given a second chance, right?
You can't figure out for the life of me why.
Exactly, but the important thing, I think, we should not make the same mistakes again. I want you there because I think with you I can go further. But I think we both need to watch how we achieve things now. Do you agree with me?
I think I do need to reconsider a lot of things. Thank you,
And then Rose is
Rose.
going to give Noelle a bit of a hug.
She seems to be still for a moment when you hug her, and very cautiously she returns it, like someone who's never really done so before.
And then Rose, after a moment of silence, Rose says, "Actually, I don't think I've hugged people in a long time."
Shall we get dinner?
Yes,
Pay.
let's do that. It's a pity. I wanted to invite the boy as well.
Right. And we close the scene here for this one.
Oh, wow.
It was great.
Oh,
So
my
good.
heart.
Rose.
My heart. Oh. Okay, sorry, I was holding that in for like the longest time. Continue.
So sorry, I took so long.
That was like
No.
friendship so good. Disney
good.
song.
All the Disney songs.
Yes.
I was spamming so many Disney songs since like noon.
It was great.
I sort of wanted to do this one last because now I have to crush the happiness.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
Oh shoot!
Oh, no.
It's your turn, kid.
Who wants to donate? Alara or... Oh, sorry, not Erevan, Adam.
Okay, wait. Can we play like rock, paper, scissors for...
Okay.
Roll 20, both of you.
Alright,
Okay.
alright. Fair is
What
fair.
are we-
Fair is fair.
So 1d20, right?
Wow. So highest win or highest evades?
Even or odd? Lower.
Okay, what does that mean?
Yeah,
Okay,
exactly.
Who
Body
goes?
has won the lottery. Right, we'll start with Adam.
Wait, what? Oh, I thought it was...
my popcorns behind the scene.
Oh
The
god.
lands of Turokmao, bleak and cracked and parched, the skulls of bones of things past poking through the rocks, and every now and then a cactus or tumbleweed. But not today. Grey clouds cover the skies, blanketing it. Several days before, tribe shamans were drawing out the signs, and everyone was preparing their various containers. Then the rain came. Each year in a flooding torrential flood across the earth itself, turning everything dry to wet in an instant. Land itself coming to life in seconds. The underground emerge and surface to multiply, and grass spreads out. The oases are full. The herds gather throughout the night. The heat wanes, and the tribes, as always, gather for the mingling. Massive tents and hide and cloths plundered from the other nations. This grand panoply. The clans, Clan Turgan and Clan Zaimao, gather in harmony. For this is a time of plenty, time of no want, where they are free to gather together for once beneath a single roof. It is during this period again your mother cites her usual reasons of not wanting to join the mingling. Not since she had some difficulty walking. Now insists that all find hope in it, and Asha the maiden has provided 2 helpers to bring mother out on makeshift crutches.
Oh, that's nice of
Where
her.
she sits now with you in like a huge gathering of sweat and smells and toils and labors. It's like the noise is deafening from hundreds, thousands of voices speaking all at once in good cheer, brawling, having games of their own, discreetly, other games of different sorts. Is here today at the mingling, and anyone is free to be what they want regardless of clan, as long as the golden rule is obeyed of peace. Adam,
Hi.
you stand amidst. Saimao was with you in one moment, and now they've split apart, going all around places. Kanabrathi was the first to leave, followed by Asha, being asked to bless the various newborns today. And has gone off to follow the path of the rain itself. Stands carefully, quietly by the doors. As much as there are doors here. Around you are the noises and trampling of voices everywhere and feet. What do you wish to do?
I'd like to do what I usually do on the mingling. I just like to walk around and see what's interesting, see what's new this time around. Like to explore and adventure.
Well, the nice thing about the mingling is you don't have to ask about the latest gossip. Everyone's just too eager to share it. Thanks to your keen mind, within moments, you have like a good estimate of how many were born this year, how many died, and where the herds have gone and multiplied, and so on and so forth, and who's doing what and who's doing whom. And Clan Daruk and Clan Turgan, who are the much more numerous clans than that of Clan Zaimao, their members to give you looks. Aye, still single, are you?
Well, I know it's uncommon to still be single at this age, but hey, what can I say? I haven't met anybody interesting yet.
Nobody interesting yet. Are you even looking hard?
No, no.
Hey, leave him be. If he wants to be single so the rest of us can afford not to be, why not? Shall we? They pass you a frothing drink of something. It's definitely fermented, definitely has yeast in it.
Oh god.
First one of the night, Adam.
You guys know I don't do well with. I sniff it.
Of
You
course.
guys know I don't do.
Go ahead anyway.
Oh dear God! And I take a long gulp of whatever that is.
Make
Once a
constitution
year. Once a
saving
year.
throw.
Oh my God. 16.
You hold it in. You think this is some variation of mare's milk with some honey added in.
Okay.
Honey isn't the easiest thing to get around here. But then they added some other stuff as well to try and make it a bit more of a warrior's tonic. And the whole thing adds up to somewhere around the middle for you. Your head is buzzed a bit, but you're still clear, and they laugh and clap you on the back. And head on.
Thanks, guys. Oh God.
The next, like, as soon as the space is vacated, others fill in, and you have more faces look at you. Adam, when are you gonna make do with that girl of yours?
She's not. Look, guys. Not every woman who breathes and lives needs to be mated with. Okay, come on. She's not like that for me.
Adam, you ever see the way she looks at you?
I see the way she looks at me every day. What's the way she looks at me?
Well, she ain't treating you like some goat herder, that's for certain.
I mean,
Oh, he leans over this one, breath slightly rankling in your face as he rubs the back of your head.
oh dear God.
You read and, start learning things.
I like because he's leaning in on me. Can I like slip under him and away?
Yep, you can.
Yep. I do that, and then I'm like,
Uh,
how about I learn about it a little later? Okay.
You're from Clan Zymal. You have delivered like tons of babies that aren't yours by now.
I know, and it was a very good learning experience, but an experience I'm not ready to have yet for myself.
Oh dear, those things scare him off young. Some others.
Well, anyway, have you seen her?
Wait, she's not with you?
Is she? I turn around. Is she?
You look around. Identify Fira.
Wait, what?
You don't see her anywhere.
Okay.
It's unusual. Normally, she's always around you at the mingling.
Yeah.
Well,
Huh.
she's a huntress. Maybe she finally decided to start hunting again.
I mean, she'd usually call me. That's weird. Well, enjoy the drinks, and you might want to do something about your breath. It's a little rank.
Like,
Can I like?
that?
Oh God. Yes, it's. Oh my God, it smells absolutely lovely, sir. So I'm gonna go look for Fira.
Find something.
You need to enjoy yourself, okay?
He tears a haunch off the meat he's chewing it and puts the rest into your hands. You need to eat more.
I know, growing boy and all that, and I give him thanks as I chomp on it and go look for Fira.
All right. How do you wish to look for her?
All right. Well, it's loud and rowdy, so I would just like to walk around the mingling, yelling Fira at the top of my lungs. Kind of like, Fira! Fira! Where are you? Fira!
You yell back.
And I like lift
Yell
like
Fira,
someone.
and then the
Uh-huh.
next thing is like another voice picks it up. Fira, where are you? Fira, where are you? And the
Oh, shut
whole
up,
thing
guys!
spreads across.
You guys are terrible. God
What's
damn.
the rush? And what's the rush you're looking for her now? You got a raging going on?
Oh no, I just I finally decided that maybe today's the day. Maybe if I look at her a little bit different today, maybe something in me will change. You never know with the mingling, eh?
That's my boy. And there's a slap on your rear as the others like
Do they cheer? Oh my
pass
god.
him on, and like
Oh
you're
my God.
physically lifted up and over like a multi and all that. Some like hands are at different heights from others, and you're surfing the crowd.
Careful now, boys and ladies. Hey, careful where you're touching.
Well, it seems how they were deliberately touching some places. Like
That's not funny, but thank you.
I Adam. Come again next time.
I will. It's twice a year, love. It's twice a year.
Right. Adam, you're passed around the crowd. It's like the chanting of Fira, 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 Fira continues to bring you over, and then suddenly suddenly Adam, the whole crowd, suddenly Adam, the crowd just
Okay.
stops beneath you, and like for a moment you're like flying through space a bit. How do you wish to position yourself?
Okay. So if I can land on my feet.
Acrobatics.
Okay, with pleasure.
Forward momentum pushes you forward, and suddenly it's no longer there, and like
18?
all right, Erevan, like the forward momentum propels you, but you grab like one of the one. I'm gonna have to get used to because his icon there is still Erevan in the thing.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
All right, Adam, you're passed forward, but you grab one of the 10 poles and swing yourself around to land on your feet,
Whew.
and then ahead of you, like the crowd seems to have parted, and it's the galloping of hooves. It's the galloping of hooves as like a group of centaurs just comes to like a thudding halt. There's a long tweak.
I missed.
Like
I missed.
bowstrings are pulled back.
Okay, I missed a big chunk of what you said after hooves and the centaurs come to a halt.
You hear a thundering of hooves.
Okay,
as like
and
a
they
group
come
of
to a halt.
centaurs come thundering to a halt in front of the tents,
Okay.
lifting up their bows into the air, and there's whistling noises as arrows fly through the air upwards to the crowd, and then the arrows start down 9 in a pattern in front of the tent doors itself. And as they step forward, as 3 women from the crowd, each somehow more impossibly beautiful than the last. Sighs and groans of disappointment. And the sisters 3 cast their hands up in unison The 9 arrows that landed in the dirt, feathered ends burst out into purple glowing flames.
Ooh.
And then there's the sound of beating wings overhead.
Oh.
There's the sound of beating wings.
I
The
look up.
the crowd goes wild. The crowd literally goes wild. Some of them like falling to the ground or lifting their arms in praise, and the others running for the back flap. Those around you, Erevan, like they're looking together at each other, like, "You wouldn't break the mingling, right? You wouldn't break the mingling, right?" Like as if to reassure themselves. A great gout of flame upwards in the air. Brief moment, a massive wing shape, and something falling from it.
Can I see what's
Something-
falling?
Make a perception check.
All right. 17?
You make out the falling shape. A moment later, a chanting gets picked up. Cool rock, cool rock, cool rock, cool rock, cool rock, and like again for a different reason as the wing shape passes overhead. A pair of large wings unfurl from this other shape as it descends down, a winged beast of some kind, and clutched in its hands, down almost courteously, is the champion of Turok Mao. The winged beast steps back away from it as Kurok, the champion, advances. Brothers, sisters, I have returned with good news. The bird creature right back into the skies and is gone again, but Kurok continues forward. We may have made peace with the Southerners, sacrificing any of our own for once, and we'll see if we can get them to do the same. Others, who is to come with me? A voyage. 5 more. And then Adam, anything you wish to say or hear is just drowned out as the crowd just swarms on top of him, and like it's not sure you're not to be certain whether they're mobbing him or such, but he doesn't seem to mind it, alternately surfing through them, being carried along, or wrestling and pushing back with them, all in good fun, it seems.
Yeah, I join in on the fun. Kurok! Kurok! Kurok!
You join in the fun itself and make another perception check.
All right. Sorry, I was looking for my character sheet. It was hidden behind Kurok.
Okay. Right. Adam, you join in the fun partying along, and drinks are passed to you. You're not sure if this is your drink, you're not sure if someone's finished it, you're not sure who put that piece of meat in there, but boy, it sure is tasty with the additional stuff in it. And then there's more drink coming
my God.
around. And make your constitution saves.
Oh god. This is why I hear. 22. 22. Okay. Whew. Whew.
Drink and like you blink, you look around, and you can see like half the tent has gone like unconscious in various positions. Somehow there are people unconscious over the rafters as well and hanging from the tent poles, but let's not worry about that for the time being. You're still standing. And opposite to you
Uh-huh.
is the man himself,
Oh God.
Adam.
Yes, sir. Kurok, sir.
Let's have a talk.
Well, sure. As you wish, sir. Kurok, sir. Shall we have a walk while we talk? Or
Here's fine.
all right.
Anyone eavesdropping? Some hands on the floor. Same as usual.
all right.
Anything that can be said between the two of us can be said here.
Yeah. It is the mingling after all. So, what's on your mind, sir?
Adam, still writing that book of yours?
I take out my butter the pages. Am I never not
don't
writing my
Show
books?
me, I
or-
can't bloody read.
Oh, yep.
Just wondering how it's going.
Very poorly, I must say. I need a little more adventure in my life. The book's going nowhere with me just being here.
Oh, really? I thought you were saying the opposite. Had your hand lodged in some cow's ass.
Well, to be fair, it was very loose, and Fira did push me. So that wasn't really my fault, sir.
Done cow's fault. But for adventure, I mean, you're gonna go down there and pull cows out for a different person.
No, I was more thinking about leaving, and he kind of hesitates after he says that.
Everyone thinks about leaving, trust me. Not everyone actually does. World out there, different one.
Yeah, and I don't know if I could ever leave this place.
What's
I-
stopping you?
Well, my dear Mamo is one who would look after her. Clan Zaimal has been kind enough to give our family extra rations and extra care, but
Yeah, they'll continue to do so. Family is family and all that.
and tribe is tribe.
Yes.
I mean, when you put it that way, I guess the only thing stopping me from going is me, huh?
Yeah, and at this he pauses, his brows lifting as he looks around sniffing. Where's the girl of yours?
I was looking for the whole night. Everybody has been helping me. You know how loud it gets. But I haven't been able to
he
find
puffs
her.
his chest and like taps it. Well, I guess she's not here.
Actually, can I smell if Fira is around?
There's too many things to smell. Yeah, your nose isn't refined as cool
Like-
rocks.
All right, perfect. I'll take his word for it then. I'll take
Well,
his
if
word.
she's not here, I can think of, well, one other place she might be.
And where is that, sir?
Making an offering to your, well, it's a good luck thing to do during the mingling.
Wait, she's making an offering to who?
Making an
No.
offering to your dad, I suppose. It's the only other. It's a good
Oh
luck thing.
my. Oh, good luck for what? What is she? What is she? That girl.
Brooke gives you a raised brow again. Her.
Wait, what did he say? Sorry.
You ever tried asking her?
No. um, I mean, she usually just tells me if she wants to tell me.
Hmm?
Did Kurak say anything?
And does she?
At times, yes, but I haven't heard her mentioning of visiting visiting my dad for good luck.
Maybe she'll probably be back after the mingling. Well, anything else, young Adam?
About the voyage,
Yeah?
it would save me a lot of exploring the lands and getting to know the world. If I could come with you, I think, could I? If you don't mind me asking.
You know what you're getting into, right? We had that whole talk about what the other nations are like. You're going to be
Yeah, I
sitting
know.
on a
You
boat with them.
like there. Yeah, and I have to like it's not like here where we can just talk to the elders, right? There's like a chain of command, I guess, right?
To deal with the corpse lovers.
Oh my god,
Yep. They're the ones funding
I'm already
this.
having a headache. Please, not those people.
There'll be at least
Well,
6 of them on board. 6 from the place where your tribe comes from. Except they got some strange ideas about having their ancestors get up and walk about. And then there's the other folk. You know them, they like thing. They burn bodies.
I've come across them in my readings.
Don't die in front of them, they'll burn you and then you'll never come back to us.
Let's hope that doesn't happen now. Well, I know what I'm getting into, Kurak. We had this talk before, and I think this book, my adventure, it's never gonna be complete if I don't come along for the ride. What say you?
Me? I'll take anyone who wants to come. Is there going to be enough space?
I hope there is.
How good are you at fighting?
Well, how many times have you have you seen Fira beat me up?
I mean, how good are you at fighting against people that aren't Fira?
Well, no, I mean I was about to say, because you're not here much, you take that number by 10. Wait, math, sorry. I'm really bad at fighting. Yeah. Sorry.
Some strange words sometimes, but look, if you really want to get aboard,
What do I have to do?
head over to your dad's place. It's the mingling. There's no violence in the tents. But your dad's place.
I know. And I kind of clutch my chest where my ring is. All right.
Different. Get in line and get ready to beat up the rest of the line.
Will do. I gotta fight my way there. Got it. And Kurok.
Yep. He's already drinking from someone's flagon.
Uh,
You want some?
this. No, I'm fine. I'm buzzed. I'm buzzed. I never told you this, but you're a pretty good father figure to me over the years. Thanks.
He seems to think a bit.
Don't think
But
too
I'm
much,
not,
Kurok.
I'm not your father.
Yes, I know. Don't think too much about it. It's not your strong suit. Turukmal champion. I wave as I walk away towards the direction of the Grand Red.
Right.
My hands are shaking.
Beneath the tent itself is warm with the stink of bodies and like so many communal piles together. But outside, the rain continues. The 9 arrowheads remain where they were, but the lights have long since gone out. And there's just rain drenching and pouring you everywhere. You make your way over the place that your father calls home. Music
Oh god.
stands out even in nighttime itself. Someone can miss all the jagged mountains of volcanic glass that just rise out from somewhere in the middle of the desert. Sand spreads around. It's this jagged formation, melted over again, and formed into some kind of rippling waves. Massive, smooth crater, reflecting your own surfaces, right across it like ice itself. Assuming you knew what ice was. And the rain falls and patters against the surface, the cavernous tunnel leading down, and the rain promptly evaporates where it touches the stone that's hissing away. And the immense heat can be felt even from a distance. Only slightly uncomfortable to you due to your own heritage, but for others, you can imagine why no one comes here very much.
Huh. I pull my scarf over my face, half of my face to cover, and continue walking.
You continue walking, and more ornamentation reveals itself. Countless bones around here. The Grand Red Herblai stanza of Turokmal is not known for his choices in interior decorating. However, he does make it a point to display prominent corpses of his enemies around his lair. And you can see bones and rib cages crushed, torn, trampled, and some still intact enough to make out the skeletal remains of other dragons. You pass through a particularly forlorn-looking socket, and there, the embrace of the heat of the cave greets you. Preparations before going in.
Well, there's nothing I can do besides steal myself. This is the first time I've been here, correct? Ever.
Indeed.
Yep. Okay. I just
You want to
I just
describe
take-
yourself now to immortalize this memory while we can.
I for those of you who may or may not remember me in the future, if I don't make it out of this alive, I stand before you here as Adam Pyros, a kid from Clan Zaimal, hailing from Turukmal. And as I rub my hair to get some of the rain off, I steel myself and take my first step in. Whew.
Right. You head in, and within seconds of stepping into this obsidian tunnel, the rain seems to evaporate off you as the waves of heat rush on. Wash over you, and comes with it the smell of brimstone as well, and a very pungent, constant aroma of dragon's breath. This place is filled with it. Some little shapes scurry around and look up at you.
Hi.
The only place in Turokmal that you find them in any sort of abundance. The rest of the tribe see them as inconveniences at best, or like handy rations in a pinch. The kobolds look at you chittering.
Hi. Just passing through.
They look at your facial features and the reddish scales that align them, and the eyes as well,
Sorry, what was the last thing you said?
and the colors of your eyes as well.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I suppose I do share. Yeah,
They gesture behind them and start sprinting off for you to follow.
okay, and I sprint to follow them. I guess they want me to follow. I whisper to myself, and I run
You follow
after
through
them.
winding tunnels, trying to ignore like the things you're scrunching beneath your feet, some bones, some ash, past meals, and so on and so forth.
All right.
Every now and then you pass other kobolds, some larger and others looking at you appraisingly.
I say hi and wave every time I.
And then an immense chamber. Vast, that words fail it, and you might imagine that you're another world, except that the domed ceiling itself is completely pitch black and shows no stars. And there in the center of it, lying on its front paws, is an immense form. The effigy comes to life, yellow eyes blazing open, and smoke and flame just billowing out to the sides just from that simple breath.
I take a step back as he sighed the breath of fire out. Or
Prince, you're
flame.
about the size of the figure in that picture.
In what picture?
You're the size of the figure in that picture
Okay.
in the roll 20.
Okay. All right. For reference. Got it. I am tiny. Can I? All right. I take a moment to steel myself, and then I confidently walk forward.
You walk forward, it just continues to look at you in that fashion. The smoke and flames never really parting from its jaws.
I hold his gaze as I approach, and does it get to a point where it's too high for me to look at his eyes? Is he that big?
Tell you what, make a charisma saving throw.
Oh my god! All right. 18?
Let's see.
I mean, my hand in real life is. Want to give me
Well, your eyes are
disadvantage?
water, and like your
Okay.
knees are like starting to liquefy, but you're still somehow stepping forward. Not once does the immense figure draw back or away from you. To reach out with your hands to the first extent, you could touch the end of its, the bottom part of its snout.
Okay.
Eyes larger than your head regard you.
I look at him and I go, fancy meeting you here, Dad. Been a long time. How long has it been? Never? Yeah, never.
It continues to stare at you.
Look, I'm not here to sob and cry and beg your attention. I don't need it. I only need one thing from you right now. And that's permission to go on the voyage with Kurok.
A little tongue of flame like snakes out from its jaws and laps against you briefly before like puffing off into ash and smoke.
Whew. Does it like singe me a bit or am I fine?
For now,
Look. I'm not here to negotiate. This is a non-negotiable offer. I want to go on that voyage. And it's not for you. It's not to get your name out there. That, oh, I am the son of the all-powerful Grand Red. It's for my tribe, and it's for my people. Most importantly, it's for myself. Adam's hand is like starting to flinch, like edging as if to reach for his chest. Come on, say something!
and there's the sound of footsteps behind you. But footsteps touching the ground as if afraid to do so, except that the demeanor of the figure that you see is clearly not as such. Well, get that far. For starters, he can't actually talk.
Wait, what? What do you mean he can't?
Got his throat very badly injured in a fight once. Never fixed it. Never could. This woman in her ridiculously long dress of green and white steps forward, tilting her head slightly as if regarding you with some curiosity. So, seeing that he's not going to be able to talk, would you like to do some introductions?
Are you by? I would love to. Hi, I'm Adam Pyros. I'm from Clan Zymal. Just came here to have a little chat. I This is my first time here.
No one comes here just to have a little chat.
Or so I've been told. I was supposed to leave a trail of bodies in my wake, but it seems someone got there first. Are you by any chance one of Solvent's people?
Oh boy, you are so precious. No, no, no. I don't serve that old windbag or anyone, for the matter. She attaches the quill to the book and adds a little tick to it or a line somewhere.
Okay, so I've never seen you before. I've never seen her.
I would be very surprised if you had.
But I've seen everybody. Even Solvent, who likes to keep to himself and his people. Who are you?
Why don't we focus on the other question instead of why you're here, and maybe things will make sense together?
Okay.
And there's a woof of like ash and smoke over the lot of you. And the strange lady turn around from the ash itself, but the pages don't even curl or burn or anything you would expect from the heat.
All right. So what's the question at hand? What's
Well,
I'm confused.
clearly your sire's opinions don't matter to you because you plan to go ahead regardless. So what
Yes.
are you planning to do actually?
Well, Kurok told me I had to come here. And that the Grand Red my dad is the person I need to see if I want to get on. So here I am to see him. Apologies. I'm just expressing my my dislike of him in the form of not caring about his opinion. His opinion's important. He's the one who's supposedly going to allow me on this voyage.
I think he agrees with me.
Agrees with you on what?
We'll talk more about that later. For now, you are aware this is a very selective sort of process.
Yes. Yes, I am aware.
Right. She slaps her book shut, steps back, nods to you, and begins to step out beyond the flames and ash. It rears up again. And then the mouth opens and flames pour out around you in a circle, never quite touching you, but the heat is immense. The sand melts around you, turns into glass, melts again, and reforms and melts again.
Oh god.
And as you're regarding this whole situation, there's a sound of like footsteps behind you once more.
I take a couple of sniffs.
And what the hell are you doing here?
Firad, not right now. Especially not right now.
What do you mean not right now? I didn't come all this way here to be told not right now. So what the hell are you doing here?
I'm being tested. I just don't know how yet. And like I don't want you to get hurt. but maybe you're part of the test.
What?
Actually, you know what? Can you come here and save me? It'd be really helpful.
Standing in this fiery circle around you.
She's
The fire-
standing in the circle.
Yes.
Okay. I thought she was at the
Yes, it-
entrance when she got here and I was surrounded by
Entrance /
fire.
exit has been sealed off. The
Okay,
kobolds have all
okay.
made themselves scars. Tested? Adam?
All right. Sorry, I was yelling for some. No. Yes, I'm being tested.
You're going
I
to
don't-
sail on a boat?
I'm going to sail on the boat. Yes. How is this news to you? I've told you many a time. I want to leave, and I
Yes,
told you to come
want
with me.
to leave, but I never thought you actually do it. And you kept going about how there was Mama and all these things you had to take care of.
I know. And it's been eating me up inside, but I have to. I have to leave, and you need to come with me. Please.
Adam, you're not a violent man. You're not going to last. You're not going to last whatever time out there. Not very long anyway.
I agree, wholeheartedly.
Adam, you're a gentle person. Go back to tending the sheep, the livestock, the plants. I remember you like the plants, don't you?
I would take out my cactus, but I think it's on fire. But
Good.
yes.
Cactus, it is on fire.
Oh god. Okay. This then. See what I told you. It's on fire.
That's on fire now.
Yep. Oh god. See, I do like the farming, but I put my hands on her shoulders. I kind of clap.
She
I kind
steps
of clasp.
back when you try to touch her. Adam, I mean it. Stick to the farming.
Wait. What did she say? I missed it.
Adam, I mean it. Stick to the farming.
Look, I can't. I've told you so many times. I can't explain
Then
why.
don't explain. Use actions.
Well, then I'm telling you, I'm going to leave. And I'm going to die out there. Unless
Well,
you come with
I'm
me.
leaving too.
Wait, what?
I'm leaving too.
Okay, when were you going to tell me that you were leaving?
After
This
I
is-
secured my place.
So you're here to be
Yeah.
tested too.
She pulls out a spear,
Okay.
and you realize be of use recently.
Wait. Did the kobolds give me a shortcut? Did you fight people on your way here?
Face sours. You have a lot of privileges still, thanks to your connections. But I'm doing quite all right.
Okay. I mean, I expect you to, but if you're leaving, why? I have to leave now. There's no way I'd get left behind by you. Come on, we're a duo, we're a team.
Adam, and then the mocking voice of the woman sounds out from behind the flame somewhere. As one champion, things work in ones, not pairs.
Huh. Well, maybe that should change.
Perhaps, could you?
I could change.
Elenia Firahel, just look at you, says. Adam, I'm not a dreamer. Privilege, so I had to fight my way and work it. I was happy the day I met you, with all your dreams and visions. But I realized, to me, I don't have that imagination. I just have what I know, I hunt with. It's what I'm good at. With for this moment. I'm getting a bot.
Yeah, well, I touched the ring on my chest, and I channel my and I concentrate and I channel my dragonborn blood to come forth, and you see that the light in my eyes, they're starting, the red gets brighter and it's starting to glow into a fiery blaze, and you see the scales that are on my face and my body start to move and multiply and duplicate. And just when you think you're about to see me fully covered in scales, a dark engulfs me completely. And you see a claw cut the flame away. And what steps out is a large, dark, red dragonborn with long white hair. And I look at Fira and I tell her, you're not the only one who's getting on that ship. Don't get your hopes up.
Bit more like it, I would hope. Let's hope you can back things up. As behind you, there's another snarl, and more flames renew the ring around you. Roll initiative.
Oh god. Oh. I mean, oh god. Oh shit.
Music.
Fight, Papa.
Okay, I'm just moving the page.
Okay.
That's the ring. Put yourself in it.
All right. Give me a moment, yeah. All right. Putting myself in it. Haha. Let's put him down there.
Man, this thing takes forever to drag in. Am I doing it wrongly? Ah, there it goes. Emilia Firahel goes first. I hope you can back those words up. Pulls her spear, draws her short bow, and takes 2 shots at you.
Ooh,
What's your AC?
14. Oh
Adam.
dear.
The arrows fly out, withering through the heat, but land with enough force to deal 7 and 10 damage to you.
All right. Taken. All
It's your go.
right. Don't get so full of yourself. I'm getting on that boat and I cast hold person. And I'm going to spend 3 sorcery points to heighten it.
What's your DC?
16.
All right.
She rolls with disadvantage.
You
So
channel your magic,
Okay.
empowered with dragon blood, and the spell freezes her in place. There's a slightly sardonic smile on her face as she do that. You would do that. What's your next move?
All
You
right.
have your movement left.
all right. My instincts tell me I'll die if I step into the fire.
Huh? Sorry?
Do my instincts tell me if I'll die if I step out into the fire?
There's a lot of signs that the fire is pretty bad, considering
Okay.
it turns sand into glass straight away and all that.
All right, fair is fair. All right. Then I would like to. Wait, do I? Yeah, I would like to move closer, please.
Okay, move yourself.
All right, till about there ish. Okay, that's my turn.
She shakes her head, snapping out of the hold person.
Ah, dear God.
Right. And she recovers quickly and skipping aside around you. With her bonus action, she conjures a mouse and invokes you as her enemy. Your turn.
All right. God damn it. All right. I'd like to step away. I'd like to step away till about there. Okay.
Yeah.
I'd like to quicken spell a fireball, please.
Fireball. Okay.
Yep. Yeah, so I cast that as my bonus action.
She fails the saving throw.
All right, so 30 damage.
Okay. The fire puts in a blazing spark on you. She's badly hurt, it seems, from all the injuries from before, and now compounded with this, but she continues to stare you down.
Okay.
You feel the mark fade around you. What's your next move?
All right. I quicken that as my bonus action. As my action, I would like. Okay, do I still have movement?
Yes, you have
That was-
movement and action.
Okay, all right. I still have okay. I'll move up next to her,
Hmm?
and I'll use my action to swing at her with my quarterstaff with 2 hands.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. And as I do that, I'm like, I'm not the nice little kid you once knew, and I just whack her over the face. 15? Does 15 miss or hit? Sorry,
15 hits.
all right, okay. It's no, it's 7. It's 7 on the right.
Nice.
On the right. 7 on the right.
7 damage.
Yeah, 7. It's just 7.
You bludgeon her with the end of the stick, and next one wouldn't have worked. And then, her turn begins, and she strikes out. She strikes out with a fist swiftly in your direction.
Okay. Oh, that hits. If that could hit twice, it.
You take 6 points of bludgeoning damage as like she smashes you across the face with her hand
Okay.
to a chokehold. Make an athletics check.
Gladly. 17.
You do like manage to break the hold for it by just using the momentum to wheel herself around and give you a shove. Make another athletics.
Okay. 18?
You don't budge as she tries to push you towards the flames.
I'm not going
Some
anywhere.
hesitation flickering over her face. I'll go.
All right. How bad does she look? Really hurt
Badly
or
injured.
hurt? Okay, all right. Shit. I'd like to shoot a no. I'm gonna take my dagger and take 2 swings at her. Careful to hit her with like non-lethal kind of hits. Can I do that?
Roll to
All
hit.
right. Okay, one moment, yeah. Oh dear God. I guess I was too careful.
All right. You take out your dagger and swing at her. No attempt doesn't even pierce her skin this time. She looks at you, her face like tightening in anger.
All right, can I use my
And do you
offhand?
think I am?
Okay. Witty, I like it. Can I put second dagger out and try again?
Okay, that's a 2-weapon fighting, yes, but without the strength bonus.
Yep. Okay, I haven't actually. It's without the strength bonus for the damage, or
For the damage.
yep. Okay, then I just have to click it again. Haha. All
Roll
right.
your damage.
It's 2, just 2. 2.
She grunts from the pain as you stab her again.
Are you so sure about that, Fira?
You're still treating this like a game. Okay, this is what she does next. Her fist punches out at you again.
Okay.
Your AC?
15. 14. Sorry.
14.
Yep.
Her first swing goes wide. The
Okay.
second swing connects with an uppercut. We take 4 points of bludgeoning. Oh wait, we take 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Dexterity saving throw.
Dex save. 5.
5. Gives you an uppercut. Your daggers are dropped at your ground.
Okay.
Away into the flames.
Damn.
And she gives you a stern look. Well, what are you going to do now? Yours.
All right. Got a lot more tricks up my sleeve. Ha ha ha. And I cast Chaos Bolt on her.
Is it a ranged attack?
It allow me to click that so that I can see. Yes, it is a ranged attack.
Right. Roll with disadvantage.
Haha. Wait. Oh dear God. Okay, that's a 2. It's 2 plus 8. It's 10. I assume 10 doesn't hit.
Your bolt just sizzles down in front of her. She sighs like with her other leg, she kicks up the other dagger in the ground to her hand and stabs at you.
Okay. Come on. Fancy feet. Oh god. Hit miss.
You're stabbed again for another 6 points of damage. Sorry, and you're stabbed again for another 8 points of damage. Make another
Taken.
strength or dexterity saving throw.
Strength or dexterity? Or just
saving throw.
okay. Alright. 23.
She tries to sweep your feet out from underneath you, but you remain standing firm.
Alright.
Yours.
I will cast Thunder Step to blink away from her.
Okay, move yourself.
Alright. That. And I want to be here, I guess. So yeah, she has to make a con save. Whew.
She passes.
Okay.
Roll your damage.
Gladly. Oh. Okay. 7. She takes half of that, so that's like what, 3 or 3? 3.
Booms out and all that. She goes, all flesh, no fury.
You won't be laughing after this is over. I do not sound threatening.
Are you done with your turn?
Yep. That's and there's no yep. I'm in a circle of flames.
She charges at you. Make another athletics check. Athletics or acrobatics?
Acrobatics. Ooh, oh, acrobatics check. Okay.
Athletics or acrobatics?
Oops. Well, I rolled 12.
Athletics. Are you using athletics or acrobatics?
I mean, I can use athletics, but I already rolled.
What's your current HP?
Ooh, 13.
Holy shit!
What?
Your fire resistance stops you from like going out completely as she shoves you into the wall of flame.
Oh! Phew!
You're
Okay.
moved now, you're burning and everything.
Okay. Whew.
You're burning.
Okay. Burning. Okay. What shall I do? I'm gonna cast Scorching Ray on her. Question? Yeah. Ray on her.
Okay. You draw on the flames around you and blast a scorching ray at her. Roll your 2 hits.
Okay. 17?
Hits.
All right.
There's more than one ray, is it?
Yep. There are 3. I'm aiming them all at her. I believe there are 3. Yeah, 3. So that's once, it's twice, it's 3 times. Oh, do I need to roll? I need to roll for each attack, right?
Yes.
Sorry, my bad. I thought it would do it. All right, here's the second one. 16. Here's the third one.
That's what happens. You've blasted her with fire from the flames as she's trying to like strain her eyes to see where you are. The first shot blasts into her, throwing her backwards.
Okay.
With the second one, she reels over, collapses on the floor like great, spouting blood sizzling from everywhere, and the last one goes over her head. What do you wish to do?
I step out of the fire and I step out of the fire and I go up to her. Fira, are you okay? No, wait, no. Of course she's not okay. Fira. I kneel down next to her.
Well, based on your experience in Cleanse Ayama, it looks like she's dying.
Shit. I
Oh. She critted on her death saving throw. She gets back out with 1 health.
what?
Picks herself up from the ground, looking shocked and confused.
Fira, you're okay?
Well, at least I know you have what it takes.
Go
Go on then, find your place on the boat.
I
Stay and watch Mama.
pick her up and I guess since I'm I'm stronger than
Yes, it's
than
quite easy
human
to
me.
pick her up.
Yeah, I pick her up and I piggyback her. You're coming with me whether you like it or not. And I yell out, "Hey lady! What happens now?" I assume I don't see her, so
The Grand Red rears up again, opening his jaws, and there's like a force of wind that just seems to draw the flames all around back into his jaws and belly. And the jaws slam shut again.
okay.
Gone. And the head leans forward towards you. Little cargo.
Yes. I suppose it means I pass now? Alright, I forgot you can't fucking talk.
The snout lowers itself to you, and the teeth part slightly.
I have both my hands holding up Fira's legs as I'm piggybacking her, so no, I can't do anything.
Are you going to try anything or no?
I'm going to step back if he tries to eat me. Can I do that? Can I ready action step back if he just a precaution. Not like I don't trust my dad or anything.
Like the jaws open slightly wide of hot air blankets you, slightly moist as well. And then briefly, a tongue flicks out and touches the tip of your snout before retracting.
Is that like a dragon's way to is that a dragon's way to show affection?
You have no idea.
Shit. Well, shit. What's that supposed to mean, Dad? If it's a sign of affection, I don't need your. I need to get on the boat. So does she.
And then the great snout begins to back with the plodding of paws as the massive form starts to withdraw back into the chamber.
Where the fuck are you going?
And
Where
the
the
lady
fuck?
steps back out again.
Where the fuck is he going?
Well, you're alive. I think you've had your answer.
All right. Wait. We're alive, so we have our answer.
We shall see. Have a good night.
No. I just fought my best friend almost to the death, and by the grace of her incredible abilities, she's still alive. She gets on the boat.
The lady
She-
just starts walking around and walking off.
You fucking bitch! Fira, you awake?
Yeah. I think I'm well enough. Ugh, everything hurts.
No, it's okay. I owe you this much at least. I'm fucking sorry.
Don't sweat it. Just get some rest. Oh, everything hurts.
Yep.
You'll be fine, I think.
I walk with Fira on my back out of the cavern, back retracing my steps if I can remember it, or I'll just have one of the kobolds show me.
The kobolds have made themselves scarce, so you just find your own way back. It's not terribly difficult.
All right, there you go.
And Fira hums a bit on over your shoulder. For the destroyer, you're pretty creative.
It's a side effect of being half human. I hate it. Fucking hate it.
Well, I don't.
Well, why? I don't understand. Why do you like me when I'm weak? It's disgusting. It's fucking disgusting, Fira. Is she sleeping?
Yes, she's nodded off.
Fuck! All right. I'll just walk in silence then.
All right. You eventually when you go to rest, is it as Adam or as the destroyer?
Adam, please. I force myself to revert back. I need to do like a charisma saving throw. Yes.
Yeah.
22.
Yeah. You assert your other self as Adam and go and rest with her by your side. Well, where exactly do you decide to rest?
I bring her back to my room, and that's where we rest.
Other gives you a look as you enter, continues her knitting, and then like just nods to you.
I give her a sad smile as I walk in, and I close the door behind me.
Fira is in a surprisingly chatty mood.
Wait. Okay. Wake up first.
She's apparently woken up before you,
Okay.
but she did sleep before you.
Okay. Fair.
Well, there's plenty of food and drink to go around, and Fira's certainly having a share. Eat up, eat up.
Yep. Thanks. Can I like roll a con save for the hangover? Because
The There's no need for that.
All right. Because Adam only drinks during the mingling. Okay. I take the food and drink graciously.
About last night?
Yeah. What about last night? Which part?
The whole thing. I'm just
All
glad you made a stand.
I show her my shaking hand. See this? This is what happens every time I reach up to touch this thing. You know I don't like changing, right?
You're good at it.
I know you find it fascinating. But you know what? For once, I don't feel so bad changing. I'm actually pretty proud of myself that I made a stand too.
As am I.
And I take a long sip of the morning drink.
So whatever you find out there, Adam, do tell me, yes? Find a way.
I can't. I'm sorry.
Yes, you can. You did make a stand there.
No, I can't tell you what's going to be outside there. I'm not going.
Then there's a knock on the wood. Since the tent flap itself isn't exactly a door.
Mm-hmm. Come in.
And a younger member of Klein Zaimal steps in. You think the night before, somewhere between the 13th and 17th drink. But it's hard to say. Anyway, his face is slightly pale, and when he looks at you, like there's something in there that wasn't there before. Adam, is it? Yeah?
Yeah. Hi. Adam Pyro,
So
what
you
can I
know
do
there's
for you?
supposed to be only one place aboard? You know there's supposed to be only one place aboard, yeah?
Yeah.
Someone backed out. There's now two. So
Stand up and let the chair fall behind me. What?
there's now two spots.
Why are there two spots? What happened?
Someone backed out.
Okay, who's next in line?
He shrugs and glances across the table.
I turn slowly and look at Fira's face. What do I see?
Fira
I turn
scratching her chin slightly, like her eyes sparkle, but it's like some constant all that. And Fira calls out, "To do the challenge over again, are we?" My male member looks at you. I don't think anyone wants to do the challenge now. Good luck.
Fira, we're going on a trip. Woo! I'll pick her up and I'll pick her up.
You try
but
and pick her up, and she picks you up more successfully.
picks me up. Yeah. Yeah.
You're going spinning around. She laughs along with you as well. And then, despite all the hurting bones and everything, you have a moment of cheer. And then mom comes round to bring like the batter.
Oh my god. Oh. Mama, I have great news. I have great news. Me and Fira we got our chance to be on the the ship, on the adventure with Sir Grok.
She nods. I gathered as much. I'm very happy for the both of you. So do go and come back with a nice surprise, will you?
Will you be all right?
Adam, I've never felt better seeing you go as I do now, knowing that you'll be in safe hands and that you won't be alone.
I put our hands together and I clasp my hands over hers, and I give it a good long kiss. Mwah. Thank you.
He
Thank
kisses
you,
you
Mama.
back and nods. And you met your father.
Unfortunately, yes. Yes, I did have to meet Dad. I don't know why you never told me he couldn't talk. And I don't know why you're okay with him leaving. Why I don't understand how you're happy about him, and there's a lot of things that I don't know.
Couldn't talk?
Yeah.
I did not know that. I just thought he wasn't good with words.
Wait, you didn't know either?
He liked it when I read to him.
Huh.
Thought it was because he didn't know the words.
Well, apparently he got an injury like way back when and never bothered to heal it, since deal with it. I don't know. You pick the words. He's
I guess
dealing with
he's not very good with healing anything then.
I suppose so. And I show her the burn marks.
That's where I will try then. She spends the rest of the morning helping patch up you and Fira and getting you two prepared to go out.
Okay.
Long journey.
It will
And
be.
close the curtain for here.
Oh, that was intense.
I'm alive.
Nice.
I'm alive.
So...
I had like 7 HP.
Are
I'm
you
alive.
serious?
Congrats, Adam.
Ah. When you rolled 13, I was like, oh, I'm dead. Wait a minute. Yeah, he's right. I'm resistant to fire. Shit.
Luck.
Ah. Oh, my soul.
Are you ready, Alara?
Yeah.
Right, let's get a different music. Alara, describe yourself.
Well, mein Name ist Alara Angelika Hildegard von Klaus Wagner. I am an officer of the ship. And, well, you can tell I have blue skin. My mother is a bit of a pain, but I love her very much. Anyway, reporting for duty, sir.
What else can you tell us, Alara?
It is to my knowledge, you have an exhibition coming up that you might need some people to man the ship. I can tell you, my team and I are very good on the ship, and we have served for long enough in this army.
Okay, let's start here now. Vithalanos has been abuzz with the recent construction of the Messenger, a modest-sized steel-reinforced vessel sporting 2 masts and a strange conical generator that is rumored to have cost more than the Black Omen itself. Rumors fly about 4 nations on the verge of war to a sudden accord. And if the madness wasn't apparent enough, now there are suggestions that all of Ark is going to go sailing together in a boat to far, far away lands. As faithful officers of the VNS Impervious, you all have been ordered to disregard rumor and superstition like the others. But even so, the mind does wander as sights stray to new horizons. It is on the early morning of the 6th month of construction that your fellow officer, just of all people, comes knocking furiously at your door, half dragging a still groggy officer Kaiwi behind her, eyes and has with far more strength than her size suggests. Eyes flicker with an unparalleled excitement, her forked tongue showing between her lips. Quickly, Alara. Followed.
Right,
She's looking around for you. She's looking around. Does Alara do any precautionary measures?
Where
This is it.
where are we exactly?
You are in the barracks at the moment. You've just got. Well, this is early morning before you normally even wake up.
I heard about the news. I didn't know you knew anything. Of course, Ahe is still asleep, sort of.
My hair is going. Early for this.
Lara,
Lara, can we come in?
Yeah, yes, of course.
Right. She pushes and slams it shut between her as soon as she's through and locks it. All right, I have it on good authority. To heck with it. I know what's going on, finally.
Well?
There's going to be an interview in the afternoon today. They are going to make it sound like a routine appraisal and all that, but I cannot stress the importance of coming out on top of this one enough.
Of course. Is it a team review or is it individual?
Now, here's the trick. Yeah, I'm getting to that. The winners get seats on a messenger. A little trip out of this world, and I assume I already have your attention. But before we hold on to high horses, this is a contest against every single other capable, best of the best officer out there. But I have a plan. If we 3 market ourselves as the perfect trio team, any single individual in the running, do you see where I'm coming from?
Definitely. So, do you know who the examiners are?
The examiners. I'm expecting the council.
Zero council?
Oh, yes. We'll be separated, of course. Our strategy holds through. We just need to appear a bit modest while selling the other 2 up, and then we should have a team position instead.
Of course.
Oh God, it's really too early for this. Scheming in the morning, are we?
Well, you know what we do. You let us do the thinking, you'll do the engineering.
How do I engineer this one?
You know, you be you. Reliable, very good looking, also maybe have an app. But I think what we can do is we secure our position based on what we know how to do best. So I have maybe you can get the first engineer. You've always wanted that. So it can be something good for us.
Zestia speaks again. Now, of course, we have positions we want in mind, but keep in mind, this is a team effort thing. There's blowhard down there playing their own trumpet. But if we play ourselves down a little and play the other 2 that we want to see in there up, what do you think?
Do you know who else is going to be in this little exam?
I'll be surprised if the whole Vithalanos isn't in there. All that.
Well, we'll do our best. Until
Do you
then,
think there's any value points in shooting the others down?
I think not. It's always a better thing to talk people up, and if we can talk each other up, I think it would be better. Because if they're talking about having an exploration ship, we don't want to be stabbing each other in the back, or stabbing someone else at least.
That of course.
Anyway,
Well
Tia,
then.
you beautiful person. We best get ready. Our first rounds are starting soon.
Of course. And of course, I was never here. Bye.
Bye. Well, I'll see you on the ship.
I hate to. Okay. So, haven't had my coffee yet. You think you could put it in simpler words?
Do we live together? I'm assuming we live together, right?
You're all in the barracks, like you have your separate little bunker sort of thing, because you're of a position that warrants separate bunkers down the corridor or such.
Okay. And the officers probably know we bunk together on a regular basis anyway.
Yeah, sort of. It's a sort of an open secret thing.
Okay, so I go and make coffee in my little kitchenette and shove it in his arms. Drink. Basically what we have is, I know you love this ship very much, but there is an opportunity for us to explore a little bit. If I'm not mistaken, this big ship, the Messenger, it's going
It
to
doesn't
be...
look that big.
Well,
Did
it's...
she really say what she said about the whole out of this world?
Yes. Well, how did they say the planar travel? We get to step away from what we know here and broaden our knowledges and come back better.
My guess is that's from all those dossiers that I don't get to read, huh?
I don't think any of us are supposed to know. I don't know how Tia found out, but you know her base. She's amazing like that.
Wait. His eyes open slightly wider. Not supposed to know about it, then how should we do the interview again?
It's going to look like the typical interim interview, but pretty much we'll be talking each other up. They're sizing us to see who we work best with. So I think we'll do pretty well. All you have to say is good things about us, and we'll do the same.
Lowers his voice. Alara, what good things do
Sorry?
Alara, what good stuff do I say about Tia?
She's amazing at her job. She's the navigator of the ship. We never get lost with her. Ever. I don't know. You do great work where it counts. You protect the heart of the ship. Perhaps I can talk more of Tia. I'm in the same bridge as her.
Oh yeah, you're classmates with her, right?
Yes. We weren't that close before, but now I've known her for so long. We just clumped together.
Right then, we'll do that
Alright.
later. His voice picks up a bit more confidence and he heads out. Get change and dress, presumably.
Yep.
The rest of the morning passes rather uneventfully, doing the same routine stuff that you do. Ahi checks up the engines of the Impervious. Tia makes an excellent show of continuing to consult navigational records. How do you wish to pass it?
I am checking the bridge of the ship because I'm sort of one of the first officers. I'm directly under the captain, so I'm just looking at logs. I am checking with the people basically on the bridge. I'm looking at Tia, seeing what she's doing, making sure that our rounds are correct. We're passing all the check marks and sort of looking quite excited, like more excited than I usually am about doing work.
Make an insight check.
Inside. Where are you? Okay. Oh, 9. Like a natural 1.
9.
Like, is this thing only capable of rolling 1s and 20s?
I don't know. 9.
Right. You obliviously go around doing your normal duties.
At some point, I will check below deck to see if the engineers are doing okay.
Okay. You look down there and Ahi is doing fine. He gives you a cheery little wave, and then some of his fellow engineers have to poke him a little to stop with the wave when it goes on long past what the others do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Duty.
Sorry, I didn't hear that.
Reporting for duty.
Who is saying this?
The engineers.
Right. Just wanting to check if there's anything wrong with the ship. As usual, this is the interim check. I will be down again within 3 hours, but let me know statuses.
As always, Captain. No issues at the moment.
Right, I'll leave you to it. And your crew?
Right. If nothing else, the rest of the morning passes uneventfully. Perhaps niggles the back of your mind, and then comes around. You are summoned from your respective positions. A small little office that normally serves as the harbor master's office. You're not sure, actually done setup. You're not sure where the others have gone off to, but you find yourself with the curtains drawn down and the place is slightly dark.
Okay, am I sitting or standing still?
Sit and music.
Lil.
The man in the other chair gives you a curt nod and a little perfunctory salute. I greet you. I am Jakul of the Council.
Sir, how may I help you?
Officer Alara. Routine checkup, if you understand.
Of course.
Have a seat.
I sit down.
Let's see. And he seems to be rummaging around files and all that. Do you wish to say anything at this point?
No, she waits until spoken to. Her eyes are focused towards the guy.
Right. Alara, excellent recommendations on all accounts, as expected. Officer Alara,
Sir.
is satisfied with your job?
Very much so. It's nothing that I would stop doing. In fact, if I could do it for longer than my expected life would be, I would be too happy.
There's a slight pause. He makes some notes down on the paper and like time with the quill pen, either dotting the I's or just making everything really neat and proper. After all, he looks up again. Officer Alara,
Sir.
what new skills and abilities you have picked up recently?
Well, it seems that I've been given the task to find out how the crew members have been. I have been speaking with them on a daily basis while making my rounds. My captain has tasked me to also make the place a little bit more livable, he said. It's not a difficult task. I trust my crew members are doing well. They're happy, as I am. My crewmates, I'm picking up some of their work little by little, as I understand what their paperwork looks like.
Thank you, Officer Alara. Next question. You know exactly about recent going-ons or troubles?
Out of character, do I know anything about the shenanigans with the Black Omen? That it was in dire straits? Do I know anything about that?
Okay, I'll let you decide to know what you know. Because the thing is, quite a few people do know, but what they say may be something else. So this is your choice.
I do know that as we cover the waters of Isalanos, that everything we do is for the good of this country. I have no qualms about it, what was done, what had to be done, for the good of our people. And then I keep looking at him.
Another slight pause as he reaches in for the inkwell and starts to write more thin little lines across the paper. Excellent. Now, can I ask how you feel about the situation, the direction it's going, how it's being handled?
If I think that the direction is going the way, or rather, if the direction is going the way I think it is, which is more traveling and more discovery of lands that we can use for our country, I think it will be a good bet. And I would gladly be on that ship if it were.
What ship, Officer Alara?
Proverbial ship. After making plans with other countries, surely there would be plans to discover new worlds. Will there not?
There's a little pause again as the figure leans forward slightly, as if gauging you.
I look back and I'm waiting for an answer.
Thank you for your time, Officer Alara. Sorry for keeping you. You may go now.
Thank you, sir. If you need me, you may just call on my officer and they will let me know. I salute and leave.
I'll make an insight check.
Okay. Good insight this time? Maybe?
You'll
Comporter?
get a 20,
Huh,
I believe.
25. Not quite a 20.
Okay. Alara, as you get up to leave, you sense something more in the way of expectation pauses from this council member,
Mm,
as if he's trying to see if you do know more or such.
I stop and without turning around yet, I go, what was this guy's name? Herr Jakul, if I may. And then I turn around.
As you wish, officer.
This would be a very good opportunity logistically to put our numbers out in the open. The more of us who know the land, the better our military position would be. That's of my opinion. And I think that is all I will have to say about that. Thank you.
I would like to ask Lady Officer Alara if you have perhaps by chance come across any confidential documents.
I don't know what it is you speak of. Should there be? I'm thinking more as a tactical personnel. It's what I've been trained to do in the academy.
Let's not be coy now, Officer Alara. What do you know about the messenger?
What is the messenger? If I connect the dots, I would say that you are trying to tell me that my conjecture is correct. At this point, my arms go from my side to my front, like I'm questioning.
And where might you have heard this information from?
Well, I think it has been of note that some people have been talking about some travel. All of us do hear about it, but again, it might be travel to other lands. We might be going to Sedanti. I've always wanted to go there. Turukmal, maybe? Do you think there are other places that we can go? You talk about the messenger.
Well, Officer Alara, I should not have to remind you this, but your parentage is a unique one.
Well, my mother has put me through quite
No
an ordeal.
need to repeat it, that's fine. But you may also have noticed some rather strange parentages from some others around, particularly from the east.
Mm-hmm.
What would you say to the idea it's identical to ours?
I
But
didn't hear that.
perhaps not
What?
So what would you say to the idea that there were worlds out there similar to ours, but perhaps not so advanced?
Well, I expect just as there are many people of many kinds, I am of two parentage. I would be surprised if there was, say, a place just made of water. I'd like to go there. It'd be very interesting.
Does Alara have Arcana proficiency?
Do I? Let me check. I do not.
A very coincidental remark.
Well, I have been told I'm a child of the water. And
Well then, Officer Alara, please sit down again.
of course, this... Okay. I sit down.
He reaches out for the sheets of papers that he has in front of them and starts putting them aside so that there's clear space between the two of you.
Okay.
The fact is, we have a new boat rearing to go. It is far more complete ahead of schedule than we might have expected. But we need can trust to offset the foreign influence, you see.
This is very interesting.
You are aware that the conditions of the revised Pumis pack, a
Yes.
lot of it mounts on the survival of this expedition
Yes.
and
I do.
profit.
I do know of the contents of the previous pack.
Right.
What exactly are we combating? How many people will be on that
The
ship
glove
that
hand
is not
sort of
ours?
open up. Do you mean for the interview or beyond that?
Beyond that, if we were to have a ship, who?
Beyond that, many things.
Mm,
There are other worlds who may not be used to visitors, intruders, and the like. But we may be getting ahead of ourselves.
of course.
A glimpse, Officer Alara. Persuade me that you are suitable for the task.
As you've seen, the papers detail my impeccable record. I am trustworthy.
Yes, the papers are impeccable as expected. But I would like to hear it from the... No, the horse's mouth is a bit rude. Let's hear it from your own mouth.
I smirk a little bit because horse's mouth. Well, as you know, I've been trained to think of Italianos first. It's in my bloodline. My family has served for generations, and I would know no other thing except to serve. Again, which boat, which crew I am with, it doesn't matter. Of course, I do have my favorites, and if I do get to work with them again, it would be obviously very good because I know them. We've been working for a really long time. I don't expect the same crew, and part of holding and maintaining a position of leadership means that you grow with a new crew or with an old one. It's really up to you. I can be an asset.
And who are these crew members that you have worked with?
Well, as you know, my ship. One moment, I forgot my ship's name.
Oops.
Yeah, 2 seconds. Out of character.
We'll be right back with these commercials.
Adam, go commercial!
Have you ever had an itch that you couldn't scratch? Have you ever had a wound you could not heal? Fear no more! With this special cactus paste that's going for only $9.99, you can ease all the pain and that wound/itching will give you.
Especially when it's on fire.
Especially when it's on fire.
Okay,
Call now
timing.
at 1-800-ADAMS Cactuses.
Okay, timing. As you know, I've been working with Vienna's Impervious for many years. I trust my captain, I trust my crew members, I trust my navigator, Officer Zestio, I trust the second engineer, Officer Arhe.
Yes, no doubt, no doubt.
Of course, for obvious reasons. As you may have read the reports, they are very close to me, very dear to me. But again, there is no doubt that I trust them with my life. I trust my team with my life. And they do me as well.
Alara, there is this saying going around that one who is close to everyone isn't really close to anyone. What would you refute this with?
From an officer's perspective, there is a line that you should have both professionally and socially. Although I do have very close and dear friends serving on my ship, I do still maintain a very professional capacity.
Now we are getting somewhere. Do elaborate.
They're just people. They're people serving on my ship, and a tight ship is of utmost importance to me. As you know, a tight ship runs well. A tight ship protects the country. I will have no less than that. Anyone who has presented themselves as less has never lasted on my ship for more than a month.
Will comes out again and adds a few notches to the paper.
Can I see if it looks like he's budging, or it looks like, what does it look like? Is it persuasive?
Insight again.
Because this
Roll
is
high.
this is obviously 15. Not as high.
You think you're slowly covering ground.
Okay.
He does look up after a while again. You see, I think, Officer Alara, yours is an unusual case.
So,
Thing likes to go, every man has their price, and you're the strange one out because, well, it is the same sort of reaction when an account covers years of tax forms and payments and finds nothing out of place. Do you see where this is going?
well,
One cannot be. You see, it makes one bit cautious as to whether maybe they very underestimated someone or overestimated some other capacity.
well, perhaps an interview with my captain would set things straight. Or, if you wish, a test run in different and separate ships will be proof enough that I can maintain the lead.
The testament, but tell me yourself, Alara, have you ever done anything you regretted?
When it comes to my personal capacity, with family, with friends, of course. As a professional, I try not to. It's in my training.
What would you consider to be the instance of your biggest failure, or shall we say opportunity for learning?
Perhaps at one point, my family. A need for consistent accolade from one's family would be a downfall for a lot of people, and it's something that I am growing to become rather beside with, you can say. Following the lead of somebody else who might not have your best interest in mind, perhaps maybe living vicariously through you, may not be such a good idea.
Fascinating. Something to do with the religious practices.
How so?
Is this disharmony a result of religious practices or differences in religious ideals?
I don't think so. They're not a very religious people here in the army, in the navy especially. We have our lords, we have our gods, I guess. We have our worships. But the difference in opinion comes from perhaps someone's need to reach a higher status.
Promotion. We are all familiar with that. Have you ever disagreed with a superior officer?
If we look at any of the past decisions made by the army, the military, some of the decisions might not have been the best if we think tactically, but what the superior says will be done. I am not in a position to say otherwise. I have no rank over anyone. It is my duty to do something.
Concept. There are, after all, some who would argue that hindsight is 20 and all that. And what was done in a moment, well, thought and following orders can be very easy than considering what might be actually beneficial for the country, yes?
That is true. I have on good knowledge that my captains, my superiors are trained enough and know enough to put our country in their best interest.
Let's have a hypothetical situation, Officer Alara. If Slave Master Kavros and Grandmaster Stravas were to get into an altercation, how would you behave?
What kind of altercation? They are both very powerful individuals.
Let's say a confrontational one of might and magic.
I am part of the military. My allegiances lie, of course, with the Navy. Kavros is of the highest. He has always done things that would benefit Vithanos. In my eyes and my opinion, I would be following in his footsteps. Of course, hypothetically, why would I be in that position to be viewing this altercation in the first place? Unless by then it would be a full-blown thing, which I would think none of us would survive.
We of the Council must be prepared for all eventualities. Not many have been asked that question, Officer Alara.
I nod.
And are you suggesting that the Grandmaster has done otherwise as you described with the Slave Master?
I personally have not, as colloquially would put it, hung out with them. So I cannot personally say. But again, if it looks like Vithanos is a threat, then I will have to put my life to protect what I believe in.
I certainly hope so. Now, it has not escaped our attention that you are closer with two particular names than others.
Yes, I have mentioned this before. And
should we consider them aboard?
Well, again, the company I keep of the best.
Would you recommend them?
I would recommend them highly. If I may, Officer Kaha Aitelyu is a very good ship's engineer. I doubt that he would do anything wrong. He might even be promoted anytime soon. To say that he would be promoted means leaving my crew. I have no problems with that. He's very capable of taking care of his old ship. And as my first engineer is very capable of taking care of my ship. And you have Officer Zestia, who, although she can be a bit strange to interact with, she's a very good navigator. She has skills apart from navigating. She knows her artillery well. She can control a mob if the need arises. I've seen her work. I've known her since we were very young. But again, these are my personal accounts. As a professional, I hold no biases.
Would you say that there are any shortcomings we would have to consider in their cases?
Well, for Officer Zestia, she's not exactly a people person. You might find that sometimes she comes to interesting debates and decisions based on what she thinks is correct, but it might not be socially correct. Bear with her. She'll usually understand or be made to understand the right way. I do air quotes on the word right to do something. Officer Ahe, he can get a bit hyper focused, but that's about it. But then, because of my relationship with him, I might not be able to see other faults. Maybe Officer Zestia can bring them up, or my captain himself, or the first engineer would be able to tell you better, since they work very closely.
One last question, Officer Alara.
So,
What do you want most in life?
to serve.
What do you want most in life, Officer Alara?
I would like to serve in this Navy. It is my work, my reason for life. If I can, I would like to travel and discover many things and see how it may become put to good use.
I think that concludes it then. Thank you for your time, for real, this time. He closes the file.
Can I make a
Yes,
last
you will.
insight check before I leave? Like, just to see if he's pleased or slightly perturbed by the comments about the other crew?
Go ahead.
Well, hi! Oh, 14. It's getting even worse.
You sense some uncertainty there. Like, probably this isn't your first time that a perfect track record has left someone wondering a bit. But perhaps there might be something more that you're missing as well.
Okay. I leave.
All right, and I'm afraid I think this is as far as we can go for session 0.
It's 11:49.
No.
No. Time flies.
Oh, Noel. We'll see what happens in the next episode, I guess.
But we get to know the characters, which is good.
Yeah.
But we didn't get to know the boy and the lizard.
What?
Next
I don't
Next
think we were
week?
expecting to cover that today.
No, it's like
Today
it's
is
like
about
way
you
too long.
three, guys.
What?
Your highlights.
It was
Oh,
extremely optimistic to expect to reach that part today.
I know. It's like an
That's
hour
why I
each.
purposely called this session 0, so I don't have to feel bad about not having the group together in session 1.
Okay, we're gonna say bye to everybody watching.
Yep.
Thanks everyone for watching.
You.
Thank you.
We'll see
peace
you
out.
next week
Have a good
for
night.
maybe another session 0? Session
Session
0 part 2?
0.2.
Mark 2.
0.2. 0.2.
0.5. How's that?
0.5.
Now it's 0.1. Okay. Anyway.
Okay,
Bonjour.
Bye.
we will see you guys
Good
next
night.
week.
Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Bye.